Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, the phrase that was in my head, there usually is one, there are usually more than one, but I cherry picked one for you. And sometimes it makes sense in the context of the reading, and sometimes it doesn't, or I forget, I forget what the leaping off point was. And today it was the phrase having skin in the game. Having a dog in the game, having a stake in something that, where it's a big deal. It's you personally, skin in the game. And then I thought of a whole lot of other images off of that, but let's see how that, it means sort of boots on the ground. I'm here and present, and I have, invested energetically into whatever this is. And it's usually some sort of, not a fight really, but it's something where something dear to you is at stake, be it your reputation or the success, or it matters. Hangman, card of Pisces. This can mean a couple of things. It can mean seeing something from a new perspective. The other person's perspective maybe. Or just it's a Pisces, a card of water energy, feelings energy. So it might be taking a second look at something you've loved or felt connected to. You might be a Pisces. But it's somebody who's comfortable in the water realm, in the realm of connection. And they're hung up here, suspended, until they, until they get an epiphany, that they get an aha, here is what I feel. I finally figured it out. I've not figured, because that implies that kind of sword energy thinking. This is more passive. What does my heart say? And she's in a sling here. Usually it's on the tree of life or a cross image. But here I like it because slings imply that there could have been momentum at one point. I'm busy feeling this, I'm busy feeling that. It's mood swings. Takes me a while. And this is when that swinging action stops and somebody comes to the still point. They're not pumping the thing. They're just passively being there. There are rune symbols in the water, and that's what she's reaching for. Water energy, Pisces. It's almost like, too, it's almost like she could be the tea infusion. Something about dipping in the water, in the feelings. The way the tea bag infuses. Okay, so it's really a interface between the water and the individual. They're plumbing the depths in some ways, but it's lighting this person up in any case. It's the mystery of love, too, these rune stones, like the love language or something like that. Oh my God. Two of Cups. Love language. Oh my God. You guys. But it is this energy of mutual love. Feeling for each other. And not out of balance in that, you know, that you're entwined. So one person's hand is going into the cup on the other side, you know, and there's that rainbow pouring out of the fingertips. Yeah, so, but it's in suspension. You know, there's something about, sorry, big itch. There's something about, on the level of, you know, as regards the feelings of love, this person has stopped trying so hard. You know, they're not pumping the swing. They're sort of saying, what happens when I just feel what I feel, and can also be a card of surrender or sacrifice. I have to flip that deck because that always, okay. You know, I can sort of see them going by in a blur. Oh my God. Heart be still. Ace of Cups. I mean, do you believe this? Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, Hangman? Holy moly. Self-love, love of the other, and reaching that still point. I mean, this is so sweet to me now. Where we don't have to try so hard. You know, we get there by surrender somehow. Don't have to pump. I remember learning how to pump as a kid. I mean, before you do it, you need the push. Somebody needs to be standing there and pushing you. And, you know, eventually your sibs or your mom or somebody teaches you how to pump so that you can do it by yourself. So there's something about not doing it by yourself. You have to have the principle of self-love, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups. You know, be heart-centered. And that's what opens the heart to, I mean, you can't do this if you can't do love yourself. You know, they grow in tandem. And there's something about like trusting it. Hangman, hang one. A still point. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah, I have to speak up. I've been getting people who can't hear. So my voice sucks and I'll try to speak up. And I've moved the mic around. Wheel of Fortune. Not the still point. This is advancement. You know, this is... Somebody's kicked the wheel. And this implies, you know, a destiny. Not in the sense of, you know, a fate that just comes and hits somebody. It's on, you know, walking the path, the karmic path toward your destiny, what your higher power has in mind for you. Your position, interfacing with the, I mean, blah, 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 but on earth, you know, in your corporal life, somehow getting in sync with the 5D realm. And the willingness to find the still point where you don't have to try so hard is the thing, ironically, that moves you forward out of this. You know, it's like the universe is doing the pumping for you here. It's so joyous. I'm sorry, but, you know, it's the death card. It's Scorpio. It's more water energy. Death and rebirth. You know, this is a real renewal, you know, an upgrade, whatever this transformation is, it leads to a better place emotionally. It comes right under Two of Cups. If this relationship had been stuck, for instance, because hangman can mean stuck. I mean, until, you know, somebody's on hold until they process their feelings. That's the timetable. And evidently, whoever that is has done it. Could be you, could be the other half of Two of Cups. Process the feelings. And that is almost like the water energy, a hangman, water sign. The water that, I'm saying this is now like the paddle wheel of a boat, or, you know, one of those wheels that's run by water power and it turns. Big wheel run by faith, little wheel run by the grace of God. I had a note here. I just think this is so cool. I'm going to digress. Another word for God in the Bible and in gospel music and in, you know, the actual biblical text, God is referring, you know, it's all translated from Aramaic, so who knows, but the all in all. God, he's my all in, or, you know, God is my all in all. I always thought it was all and all, but it's not. It's all in all. And there's something about you know, a spiritual death and rebirth, because this is major arcana cards. 3 major arcana cards, 2 minor arcana that refer to love in 3D life. A short but stunning reading, this. And then, you know, and you can see this person is walking right into the scenario. You know, and he's got the feather in his hand, but it looks like a weapon. And he's got feathers in his quiver. It's a quiver he's carrying on his back. So arrows usually go in the quiver. But it really he looks like he's on the attack. You know, trying to catch somebody by surprise. It can be a card of lying. And there's something about this bird in the front that's, you know, giving off a loud cry. You know, I see you. Like there's an alert. There's a tripwire. Some kind of tripwire. You know, because he's trying to be stealthy and quiet, and the crow, you know, which I always see as a kind of the presence of the ancestors. I think it's a cautionary, what the hell is this? Because everything's love and, you know, rebirth and epiphany and all of this, and then suddenly, you know, somebody wearing a hoodie, they're not wanting, they're sneak. I don't get it. Okay, World card. That's wrapping up a big cycle. Death and rebirth. The whole new life that, you know, once the wheel turns. It's almost like, now I'm seeing it as like a combination lock. And then it unlocks this door, this portal, this passage into the next big you know, it's like access to the place of big energies. It's almost like the key to your own soul. You know, here's the combination lock. You've done something. You've processed some feeling, and it's like magical. And you turn the thing, and the tumblers go, and the door opens. The repetition of those circle images and the women, right? So this is really synchronous. But what about, and that's supposed to go on Seven of Swords. I wanted to put it on World, but technically, well, let's get a few more. On World, we have Knight of Pentacles. On Hangman, we have Ten of Cups. Dig it, water energy. And on Ace of Cups, we have Eight of Wands. This is a great reading with that bizarre standout of Seven of Swords. You know, this is somebody who's going to speak from their heart. Eight of Wands, card of communication. And I also was... another phrase that's been in my head is godsend. You know, when you say to somebody, you're a godsend, or you think about, you know, something really serendipitous happens, that's a godsend. And it made me think of Eight of Wands. You know, these messages, something coming in, that's a godsend. And it starts with self-love. Knowing your own heart, speaking from your heart, speaking the love language. And I said that at the beginning, didn't I? Something about love language. And then we have on Wheel, Knight of Pentacles. Slow, steady progress in 3D. And that's what kicks the wheel. It isn't like a mystical overnight change. It's something somebody's worked on steadily, you know, and with great staying power. And yet the guy, to me, this energy is pretty laid back. You know, it's kind of the person who can go the distance because they don't try to sprint the whole way. A day at a time. And that kind of showing up, Pentacles energy, again and again, a day at a time, ultimately kicks the wheel, like changes your destiny. Whatever this is basically bullshit. Can be deception or self-deception, sneaky, you know, escapism, somebody who can't hang, who's subversive, who may be sabotaging a situation or themselves. Whatever that nastiness is, it's over. There's a whole new, you're entering a whole new world, a transformed world on the level of feelings. A rebirth of some, because it's death and rebirth of, in water energy, of feelings. I mean, you may have thought something was over because of this kind of bad behavior. You know, they left me, they ghosted me, they snuck away, they didn't bother to tell me what was going on. So give me some more on that, because, you know, how did it turn around? What happens? This Seven of Swords person. He's sneaky, doesn't want to tell. Well, that's weird, because I had glimpsed that card before and I didn't stop and pick it out. Seven of Wands, 2 sevens, 14, Temperance, a card of balance. You know, in a way, okay, bottom of the deck. Okay, hang on, we'll get to that. It's Empress, but let's just pause. And to me, this is a card of meditation, of going into a kind of quiet place. In traditional Rider-Waite, it's somebody blocking the door. All these staves are coming at them and they're blocking with another stave. Here it's a person sort of in a meditative bubble, you know, turning their head away from these, whatever's trying to come at them and kind of pop the bubble, break their peace, get in their face. I mean, I suppose it's possible. All right, wait a sec. Let's just see. Empress. 9 of Wands. A Knight of Cups. Well, this energy is a little bit like this energy. You know, coming to the still point. Not pumping, not trying too hard. And neither is this. This is a meditative energy. You know, quieting the mind. Not letting these kind of obtrusive thoughts in. The 9 of Wands, card of boundaries and, you know, the wounded warrior. This person does not look happy. They're giving side eye. You know, they've got their remaining wand that they're hanging on to, but all the rest of the wands have been used to construct this boundary. No, it's protective like the bubble. So the Empress, Divine Feminine, at the center of this is like protected like you wouldn't believe, both by her own, their own meditative ability to kind of protect themselves from the world. Through this, you know, it's like a yoga posture. And here behind this barrier, because I think Empress got, I mean, I always call this the guardian at the gate. Somebody's protecting the Empress. And we were clarifying the card of the snake. And I think this person may have ducked out of this evolving love relationship. And one card I haven't talked about yet is this is clarifying Hangman, 10 of Cups. So we've got from the Ace to the 10, a full cycle. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Right, and bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups, love on the move. I think that this other person whose heart is full for their partner, for their 2 of Cups person, the one they love. And they might have been, it could go a couple of ways. They might have been in denial, 7 of Swords, and self-sabotaged this enormously lovely and potential relationship because they didn't want to transform, la la la. But I think it's more likely this person ducked out and kind of, you know, snuck away, trying to draw fire because it was a move to protect. the Empress. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well, but they wanted to create, they wanted almost like a distraction or draw somebody's attention away. Or exit Empress life. Because they kind of thought they were a liar and a shithead. So they wanted to protect her. And it did give her the opportunity to kind of settle her emotions, to reach that still point. So this is very long. No, it's okay. I'm going to just see a couple more on, is this on the transformation? Right, I'm sorry. This is the Knight of Cups on the Death Rebirth card. And they may have cut out without an explanation in order to wrap some major cycle in their life, close it out, so that they could walk through, so that they're changing their destiny. And for some reason, they had to sneak away. I really don't yet get it. Okay. Card of Five of Wands can be competition. Judgment, new life. Like the World card, just a transcendent thing. A higher love. And it's also a judgment. It's like a judgment call, a decision that totally liberates. And it's as if I love this. You have this fracas going on. And it's as if this person has just spirited away out of this crazy, crazy place. They were protecting her and somehow also saving themselves. They were exiting a bad situation. I mean, it doesn't look like it was terminally bad, but it was going nowhere. Like a dead end. They completed the cycle. And this is almost like dead end energy, except it opens up to the next life. The last card in the Major Arcana. Okay, one more, please, on Five of Wands, Judgment. Couple more. Okay. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Somebody getting very clear. Ten of Swords. What they have to stop, the ending, what they're walking away from. In sword energy. They're turning their back on something. Two of Swords. King of Swords has ended perhaps a painful cycle, has learned a lot, because this isn't the graphic killing that Ten of Swords usually shows somebody with the swords in their back. This is sort of like you can see the person moving on. Two of Swords. There's been a decision on the part of the King of Swords to end something. and to be spirited out of a weird situation. Somehow disentangled. They may have been very confused, like not able to think straight. Two of Swords, this person at a crossroads, blindfolded and bound in these, almost like their busy mind has just put them in a net, in a complete tangle, and the birds are trying to set them free. And I think that's exactly what happened. Set them free, you know, out of the Five of Wands contention or whatever it is. Up, up, up they go. King of Swords. I'd say this has a you know, King of Swords will have to explain sword energy, make clear what happened, you know, who these people were who interfered. I mean, I don't think their partner will have to know every detail, but they'll have to believe sword energy that this person understands the situation and is clear about it, says everything that needs to be said. Godsend. Is that it? Is that it? I love it. We'll stop right there, Hierophant. This is definitely higher power. It has none of the implication of churchy authority or rules and regulations. This is the guy in complete joy and ecstasy. You know, it's like they've ascended. They're an ascended master. And what they've learned, because Hierophant is a teacher card, is joy. They've learned how to move beyond this crossroads, getting stuck, because King of Swords can be stuck in their head. And this person was entangled. You know, two cards of being hung up. And I think they let other people, what other people said and believed, they let influence them. And then they got clear. You know, they wrapped up the cycle. And did it kick the wheel? Oh my God. They're enlightened too. You know, they've ascended this staircase in the psyche. They know that that the divine is in them. I mean, two, to me, very, very spiritual cards. I think they've had a spiritual awakening. And you know, if you really think about what that means, it's very different for this person who usually operates through right brain kind of analytical place. I'm sorry, like left brain analytical place. And now they've got love language. The godsend. Some kind of intuitive hits. They're transformed and they're coming for you. And I just want to gag back those words because I don't know about you, I've been awaiting this energy for a long time. It's like, but this would suggest for some of us, there's been a big shift for the better. And if this person was fought their spirituality, you know, there's been just a massive transformation. Wowza. I love you guys. That's very long. Well, it's not all that. I have a little clock up there I can see. Yeah, you know the drill. Do this, do that. Hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified when I upload. That might be useful. And yeah, thank you to, we've got an uptick in membership and a bunch of new subscribers, and it just tickles me pink. It just really does. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who watch, because as the channel gets watched, the signal gets stronger. It's like, you know, the wires that stand behind this person, it's like we get on the same wavelength, and it makes a difference in my ability to read for you. So thank you for that. Oh yeah. Mugs. I don't know if that shows backwards, but it says Slipstream and it has the logo. And I've been using this regularly since I got it. Pretty cool. I mean, I have to sell 1 million before they give me a nickel, but okay. See you on the other side. And hang on to your hats, because it looks like big changes ahead. See you next time.